So Gary Payton now leads the NBA in consecutive starts. That used to belong to somebody named Hersey Hawkins, but Hawkins went down with an injury. This is a very durable guy, and, you know, he has said he thinks they ought to win the rest of their home games here, so we'll see how he starts tonight, having a friendly chat with Damon Stoudemire, but that's going to be the end of that as soon as the ball goes in the air.
Payton averaging 23 points per ball game against the Blazers. He's recorded 4 straight double-doubles, and he's the man that the Blazers are going to focus on stopping tonight, or at least trying to slow him down a little bit. Your officials tonight is assigned by the NBA: Bob Delaney, Ron Elysiak, and Rodney Mott. Vin Baker, Arvydas Sabonis getting ready to jump it up. Damon Stoudemire in the circle. We're glad you're with us wherever you are along the Blazers television network. Blazers on their first offensive possession go right to Arvydas Sabonis. Arvydas flipping in.
Those are the kinds of decisions that Sabonis wasn't making earlier. You recognize Brent Barry's on his back, come back the other way, an easy score for him.
Horace Grant working the perimeter. Barry quickly to Baker, backing down on Rasheed. And Vin Baker averaging 17 points per ball game, second leading scorer for Seattle, evens us out at 2.
Vin Baker's had a real tough time scoring like that against Rasheed Wallace. And that could be a confidence builder for, that could set him up for some terrible things to come, because Wallace has been able to send most of his inside opportunities back.
Pippen right down Main Street, lost it on the way up. Here comes Payton. He's got Patterson.
When they hurt Portland, they hurt it with speed and quickness. That's what Patterson and Payton can give them a combination of.
Damon looking for a Savage screen. It's a long 2. And Payton the rebound. He's also an excellent rebounder. Third on the team in grabbing misfires. Payton, isolation play, rimming off to Sabonis.
Now remember the last time Portland and Seattle played up here, Seattle was into a 3-point craze. Everything they wanted to do was shoot deep. That really helped Portland get control of the game. Steve Smith, first 2 for the night.
A deep 2 for Steve, who had a strong shooting night against Minnesota, 9 of 17 as he registered 19 points in that ball game. 2 minutes gone by, all even at 4 apiece. Baker. Sabonis snagging another rebound. Scotty aggressively to the rim.
Well, Pippen came strong the first time and lost control of the ball, but turned the corner with the same mean intention of dropping it over the top. Brent Barry.
One of the top shooters in the NBA, 10th from beyond the arc, although that was 2. Brent and his brother John, both very good shooters, like their dad Rick. Damon on the move against Payton. Shot clock is at 9. Steve Smith trying to create a shot for himself, and he fills it up again. Payton trying to attack quickly, and Steve Smith commits the reach-in foul.
Smith has got a little hop in his step tonight that says he's going to be aggressive and he's going to try to assert himself, trying to come on the double team, and a little bit over anxious. Once you get a player like Payton under control, you just want to turn him back in the opposite direction to make it short.
Muscling against Rasheed, and Chavez comes up with a miss. Arvydas big on the backboard. Steve thought about a 3. And Rasheed against Horace Grant. Steve, that's a 3, and it rims off. Scotty, nearly the offensive rebound, but Horace Grant is there. Payton trying to feed Patterson. A tough shot from Rubin. He misfires. Sabonis, yet another rebound. Scotty in on his old Chicago teammate, Horace Grant. Scotty draws the foul on Grant.
Portland hasn't been in this kind of rhythm in a long, long time, where they're challenging in the open court and even allowing the opponent to maybe get out and run a little bit more. But Pippen really looks to be aggressive in trying to get to the rim here early in the ballgame.
Scotty misfiring on the first free throw as you get a look from the 800.com Slam Cam. 800.com, electronics and more, leading the way with online shopping for electronics and home entertainment products. Scotty had 11 free throw attempts against Minnesota as he was aggressive on Thursday night as well. He splits the pair here, and the Blazer lead is 3. Scottie Pippen checking Peyton and leaves Brent Berry. Matched up against Damon Stoudemire. Horace Grant is all by himself. Throws up an air ball. Ruben Patterson. Blocked by Arvidas. Arvidas, a man-sized job in the middle. Steve Smith will show and go. Rasheed. Oh, Rasheed, 9 of 10 each of the last 2 ball games. Hits there. Blazers cooking at 63%. Seattle struggling right now. Baker against Rasheed, and a foul against Wallace.
Well, that time Wallace was playing for the block all the way, and then Baker made one adjustment right at the end, and that allowed Wallace to come across the arm. I think what he's got to try to do is get Baker a little bit further away from the hoop.
Baker averaging 12 points in the 2 games between the Blazers and the Sonics.
Well, you see those gray hairs in Paul Westphal's head. A lot of that has come from Ben Baker. Baker's been up and down this year when he's played well. His hair is brown.
I thought it was the microphone controversy. 1 of 2 for Baker. He's got 3 points on the night. Blazer lead is 4. And that one deflected out of bounds by Gary Payton. So the Blazers will maintain possession with 16 to shoot. Blazers won here December 16th, 107-81. That was the fewest points that Seattle put up in a game between these 2 teams. The Blazers have scored 5 of the last 6. 8 on the shot clock. Steve Smith gets the bonus screen. Tough block. Scotty tipped it. Ruben Patterson takes it off. Brent Berry. Damon, long rebound. Scotty against Brent Berry. Leaves it up to Damon. 5 minutes gone by first quarter. Damon struggling against Gary Payton, and the Key Arena crowd appreciates that. 6 on the shot clock. Horace Grant checking Steve Smith. Steve on the move to the rim, and no goaltend call. Ruben Patterson. Patterson charge against Scottie Pippen. Patterson, no goaltending call, but he gets called for the charge. Turn it over and give it to Portland. 6:43. Blazers up 4.
Plaisir d'amour si simple, si divin. L'amour nous fait vivre toute notre vie.
Is here to clear the air.
I can see clearly now.
Toyota's Blue Sky Spring Event, where great cars, excellent values, and a gigantic selection come shining through. Hurry in now and get financing as low as 4.9 APR on the tough-as-nails, hardworking Tacoma, the ultimate compact truck. Your new beginning is here.
It's gonna be a bright
The Blue Sky Spring Event at your Toyota dealer.
Hello?
Put nacho cheese sauce on the chalupa.
What?
Put nacho cheese sauce on the chalupa, or else.
Or else what?
I'll have to call you back.
Introducing the new Nacho Cheese Chalupa. We took everything that was great about the Chalupa and added warm, zesty nacho cheese sauce. How do we come up with this stuff? And at just 99 cents, you'll love it or your money back. Grande taste, loco value. Only at Taco Bell.
Fans, let's check tonight's 800.com Oregon Sports Quiz question. What year did the Portland Winterhawks win their second Memorial Cup? Was it 98, 88, 97, or 94? Log on to 800.com/RipCity, and if you answer the question correctly before the end of the half, you'll qualify to win a Lyra Portable Personal Digital Player, the best music in real audio and MP3. Seattle struggling from the floor. Blazers at 50%. Arvydas Sabonis is everywhere.
Well, as I said before, in the past, Sabonis would not have recognized the mismatch, would not have come back the other way. That was a good start for him, smothering. Ruben Patterson was even better, and he stays after this one, so Sabonis is active early against the team that traditionally he's had a tough time playing well against.
Arvydas already with 4 rebounds. That foul against Ruben Patterson, that's his first, so the Blazers will get it. 6:40, and the clock rolling here in quarter number 1 from Key Arena.
The Sonics are doing a lot of switching. They get a blocking foul on Steve Smith set on the screen. That is his second personal foul, so he's going to have to sit down, and off to a pretty good start. Doesn't want to come out of the ball game.
Bonzi Will shrugs off the warm-up. Forrest Grant. Ruben Patterson.
That's one thing that Patterson can and will do whenever he gets an opportunity. Dropped it over the top. That's why his percentage is so high.
In fact, he's third in the NBA, shooting 54.7 from the floor. And when you're done with the basketball, it's easy to pile up those type of numbers. Rasheed with 9 on the shot clock against Forrest Grant. Rasheed looking to back down, had it stripped. Damon ran the shot clock, got to let it fly. It's a 3, too strong. Scotty going right to the basketball. Another offensive rebound for Scotty, as he is very active around the offensive glass.
Got a lot of mismatches out there, and they finally switch up. And Stoudemire is being guarded by Ben Baker. You ought to think about just getting a seam and drive the ball to the hoop. They double it.
Clock's at 7. Steve Smith on the move in the lane. Finding Rasheed. Rasheed the flush. The Blazer lead is 4. Payton thought about a quick release. Go with it. Oh, misses badly. Scottie Pippen released early. He was looking for a home run pass from Steve Smith. Thought about a 3 on the move against Forrest Grant. Scooping it in, but an offensive foul whistled against Scottie Pippen.
Look at that dotted line, and that is the indicator as Brent Berry steps right in front, takes the collision, and the charge goes to Pippen.
Berry was in front of the dotted line, but not a whole lot of contact there. Berry apparently bidding for a Best Actor Oscar. Ruben Patterson with yet another dunk. Patterson with a couple of dunks in short order, in Seattle within 2. Arvydas setting the screen, getting it back from Damon. Bonzi in the post over Brent Berry. Patterson being checked by Bonzi. Foul call by Ron Elysiak, and that'll be against Bonzi, his first.
What Bonzi Wells has to learn is whether Ruben Patterson has a jump shot. He's reluctant to shoot many perimeter shots, and even that is a little fade away from about 7 feet, but he's got to show you that he can consistently make it. Rashard Lewis in the ball game for the first time.
Patterson, a 69% free throw shooter, breaks that one up there. Lewis in his second NBA season. Jermaine O'Neal, like Lewis, coming to the NBA straight out of high school. And Rasheed will get a rest here with 4:16 to go in the first quarter. Patterson good with the second. Lewis now checking Pippen. Arvydas, good look to Bonzi in deep, and Bonzi landed in. Bonzi He had 4 points Thursday night against Minnesota. He's already equaled that. Lewis. Too far from the corner, and a loose ball foul to be called on Vin Baker. Baker his first. That's the second against the Sonics.
Well, Baker's a guy that plays with his hands a lot against his opponent on their body, and he gets caught many times in rebounding position, hand in the back of the opponent. He doesn't like the call, but if he's going to stay in the game, he's going to have to watch that Sabonis inside.
Chavez taking it right to the rim. Blazers now grab that lead on points in the paint. Lewis on the move against Bonzi. Bumped him, no call. Horace Grant from outside. Horace Grant can do some damage from outside. He's been averaging 13.3 over the last 4 games and hitting at 50%.
He's going to miss more from the wings than he is straight on. So if you can force him to consistently stay over that angle, Lewis trying to steal it.
And Scottie Pippen will call for a timeout, a 20-second timeout. 3:02 to go here in the first quarter. Blazers up 5, and now they'll make it a full timeout as well. Timeout on the floor. 3:02 to go in the first quarter. Scottie Pippen, Arvydas Sabonis leading the charge as the Blazers lead the Sonics 19-14.
When you're in love, personal space is never an issue. At United Airlines, we realize not everyone's in love. Newly completed Economy Plus, with up to 5 extra inches of space. One more thing we're doing to make it easier to stay united.
With AT&T Digital One Rate, this is no ordinary.
The world of wireless has changed. AT&T Digital One Rate. No roaming or long distance charges. And now... Can't sleep.
Listen,
Rain?
not just any rain. It's our rain. On our roof.
Each year, millions of people spend their first night in a home of their own.
Think it'll rain all night.
I hope so.
Call the Fannie Mae Foundation for a free guide to help put you on the path to home ownership and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
Fans coming events at the Rose Quarter include the NCAA Women's Regionals March 25th and the 27th. That'll be at Memorial Coliseum. Z100 Zootopia concert. That's at the Rose Garden on April the 6th. On April the 7th, Jammin' 95.5, their Birthday Blast concert. Tickets are available at all Ticketmaster locations or call 224-4400. The Rose Garden is accessible to people with disabilities. For accessible seating, call 503-231-8000 or TDD 503-231-1101. Jeff Curtin operating the Slam Cams. And the Slam Cams have taken in 60% shooting by the Blazers, and they're up 5. Detlef Schrempf, former Sonic, into the ballgame for the first time tonight, beating Arvydas. Damon on the return. The rebound to Ruben Patterson. Damon deflects that one out of bounds, so Seattle will keep with 18 to shoot.
Pippen originally had the assignment of defending against Gary Payton. Payton really never had a chance to get a look at it. Holds the ball here, and they're against the clock. Lewis.
Top shot with the shot clock at 2. Richard Lewis averaging 6 points in the series. 3-point game. Bonzi Wells over the top to Jermaine. Doubled. Good ball movement by Portland. Damon down the middle, hooking it up, but too strong. Ruben Patterson the rebound. Payton on the run. Look at the Bonzi. Deflect the attempted alley-oop. 2 minutes to go first quarter. Payton against Wells. Ruben Patterson will draw the foul from Jermaine O'Neal. The fake got Jermaine up in the air, but a great defensive play by Bonzi Wells to prevent a potential alley-oop.
Well, this is a terrific reaction by Wells, and Payton is able to get back to the ball, and it turns out a broken play and an attempt at the line for Ruben Patterson. Patterson off to a very quick start, rebounding and scoring the ball, and you've got to find Ruben Patterson at the offensive end because he's going to slide down in the slot and look for something close to the bucket. Misses the first free throw.
Seattle as a team, not a very good free throw shooting team. They're 27th out of 29 teams in the NBA in free throw percentage. Patterson over his last 5 games shooting 62% and hitting 17 points per game. Patterson with 8 here in the first quarter, and the Blazer lead has been trimmed to 2. Trump working against Rashard Lewis, beating Sabonis. It danced, but it dropped for the big fella.
Well, it's all day long for Sabonis if he just turns in. He hasn't missed a shot yet. 6 here in the quarter.
Checking Vin Baker. And a 5-second back down call against Vin Baker.
Well, Baker and Westphal are going to contend he wasn't backing down. He did hold the ball. He was trying to get himself in position, and Dunleavy called it from his end of the floor.
New rule this year, if your back is to the basket and you're dribbling, you can't do that. 5 seconds. Got to turn and face or kill the dribble. Shot clock at 8. Nice look. Arvidas to Damon. He'll go to the line for a 3-point chance. Beautiful look by Arvidas.
Ball movement, player movement hurts defenses all the time. Not enough pressure, and a nice quick pass behind the back. Patterson out of the ball game. Maxwell in.
Rashard Lewis picks up his first foul on that play. Damon, the top free throw shooter for the Blazers at 84.6. Maxwell is playing in his 800th NBA game tonight. Damon checking Payton.
He gets a knee by O'Neal against Ben Baker.
And that puts the Blazers over the limit, so the Sonics shooting 1 plus the penalty here in the final minute of play. Ben Baker had missed 2 of the last 3 games with a bad hamstring, but he is back. He made his return Thursday night, 21 points in 30 minutes on the season, averaging a shade over 17. Vin Baker on him. Jermaine O'Neal has Payton on him. Blazers can't get him the ball. Shrimp in the lane, throws up a prayer, gets his own miss. Back to the rim and in.
Sometimes it's very good to be lucky. Shrimp lost control of it and fell right in the hoop. He was looking to get fouled on the play. Got nothing, but Portland picks up a couple more points.
Maxwell finding Payton. Clock's at 9. Maxwell tee it up from 3. Walk rebound to Horace Grant. Shot clock is off. Sonics can hold for the final shot of the quarter if they so desire.
Baker comes out. Now, what they're saying the last time, because he was facing the basket, was he was down below the line as Maxwell tries for another 3 and misses. Lewis
grabs the rebound, but loses it out of bounds. Jermaine O'Neal was all over Rashard Lewis, so 0.4 to go, so there is time for Seattle Steve for a catch and shoot. A very fast catch and shoot. Out of bounds, and the end of the first quarter. After 12 minutes of play, Blazers lead the Sonics 26-19.
Introducing the fastest way for business owners to turn checks into cash. The new Telecheck electronic check acceptance service converts paper checks into electronic funds that go straight to your account, improving cash flow. No return checks, deposit fees, warranty claims, or hassles. With electronic check acceptance, once the check has been approved, it's Telecheck's responsibility. It's the new digital process that gives retailers the quickest access to funds. Telecheck. Straight to your bottom line.
Never thought we'd get that brother of yours married off.
Yeah, no kidding.
How you doing? How's the kids?
Kids are good. We're thinking of buying a house.
You got the down payment saved?
We're getting there.
How about your credit?
I don't know.
You don't know. You think buying a house is like buying a loaf of bread?
Understanding your credit is the first step toward owning a home. Call for the new free guide on credit from the Fannie Mae Foundation and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
I've been waiting for this.
We all have.
Here it comes.
Southwest Airlines introduces new nonstop service to Phoenix.
We'd like to remind you, Southwest never serves airline food.
You are now free to move about the country.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Les Schwab Tire Centers. If we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it. By Sprite, obey your thirst. Sprite. By Alaska Airlines, for the same price, you just get more. And by France and Williams Bakeries, a family of good breads. Steve, the Blazers pitched a shutout at Gary Payton in the first quarter, allowing him just 2 shots.
Well, when Pippen was on him, it was a little bit tougher for him, and he didn't look like he was really into that scoring mentality. And sometimes he will take the first half off and then decide, well, I need to get into it. So we'll see. I thought he would get more aggressive against Damon Stoudemire, but really did not. But I don't know how much we can credit the Trailblazers yet until we see whether he's going to be aggressive and looking for his opportunities. But as long as he's not shooting, be happy.
If you can't make it to the Rose Garden next Sunday to see the Blazers take on the Knicks, order the game on Blazer Vision pay-per-view by calling your local cable operator. Blazers and Knicks coming up next Sunday. Greg Anthony, like Detlef Schrempf, a former Seattle SuperSonic, on the floor for the first time tonight. Also a former Knick as well. In fact, Greg was with the Knicks when they made a trip to the NBA Finals. Came up short in Game 7 against the Houston Rockets. Rasheed Wallace back in the ball game. Payton blowing to the rim. Hit blows the layup. He's not going to like that very much. Greg Foster is also into the ball game for his first action tonight. Maxwell and Payton backcourt duel. Rasheed Wallace working against Greg Foster, formerly of Utah. Anthony is 3 and through.
Well, the last time up here, Greg Anthony had a great three-point shooting evening, and he said he likes to shoot here, so we'll find out whether the stroke stays true to form for him tonight. Barry.
He launches from 3 and hits. Brent Barry now has hit from downtown on 25 straight games. Bonzi Wells looking for an opening. Tough shot, but going glass. Brent Barry moving to the hoop. Schrempf fouled him. It's Maxwell, Barry, Payton, Foster, and Horace Grant 5 for Seattle.
Those kinds of plays have been the ones that have hurt the Trailblazers the most, but the Sonics have a tendency, A, to come down, try to be a post team, and then shoot over the top. That plays right into Portland being able to control them. Barry gets the first free throw.
Former Beaver, Brent Barry, averaging 12.5 points against the Blazers. Jermaine O'Neal's coming out of the ball game. Scottie Pippen returns. Last time we were up here, Steve, Scottie looked more focused on defense. Tonight, he's really looking to score more than he did last time.
Well, I think he understands that he needs to be aggressive at both ends of the floor. He just can't give himself up. The Trailblazers have been struggling to get points out of that small forward position, and that's a point that historically creates problems for the opponent.
Scottie with 8 on the clock. Scottie on the move. Was looking for Greg Anthony, and Greg rotated to the top of the key. And the Blazers turn it over.
Brent Barry was waving his hands up. Nobody was guarding him. Maxwell to the rim.
Matt Max, who missed 2 from downtown, gets an easy one there, and it's a 5-point ball game. The Blazers have led by as many as 9. Schrempf against Barry. Foster on the double.
And whenever the ball goes low, they try to trap the ball. That leaves somebody open. Bonzi Wells misses an easy opportunity, and Grant turns it over, but they're going to get a foul.
Bonzi Wells the foul. That's why Seattle turned it over. Timeout on the floor. 9:57 for the half. The Blazers lead it by 5.
Would you trust these?
Beat up oil pan, probably never takes his foot off the gas. He trusts me to make sure it performs, and I trust CarQuest Auto Parts. I mean, you never know. Someday you might need to give me a ride.
CarQuest for AC Delco rapid fire spark plugs. Older cars' engines can run rougher. Bring back that new car feel with AC Delco rapid fire spark plugs. CarQuest, the professional choice.
Limited tickets remain for the March 30th game when the Blazers take on the Mavericks. The first 10,000 fans through the north and south entrances of the Rose Garden will receive a Detlef Schrempf Blazers buddy, courtesy of our friends at General Mills. Call soon to order your tickets before they're all gone. That number is 224-4400. The Detlef Schrempf Blazers buddy. There's the real deal, Detlef Schrempf. Coming off the Blazers bench, and so far tonight, Steve, the Blazers bench has been effective.
The Trailblazers have gotten some good pop here early in the ball game. Bonzi Wells leads the way. He's got 6 points, but Bonzi's also having trouble with the simple foul and decision, and he's got 2 quick personal fouls. Dunleavy would like to keep him around as he stays in the ball game.
Fans have suggested that we nickname the bench the rest of the best or the final answer. Like to hear your suggestions. Payton with a pull-up. Gary Payton, 1 basket, and already he's whooping. Blazers, the best field goal shooting team in the league, and they're living up to that distinction. And an offensive foul called against Rasheed Wallace.
Well, Wallace was trying to get out of the way, and sometimes as the responsibility goes to the guy with the ball, Anthony never let Wallace clear, and he got nicked with the foul. They're going to get a foul against
Right around the waist.
Greg Anthony.
Rodney Mott signaled Rasheed Wallace. He was nowhere near the play. Rodney Mott gave the wrong signal. 50, not 30. The foul is on Greg Anthony. Steve, you are correct, as always. Gibson defending Payton. Anthony comes to double. Maxwell with a 3. All even at 31. So the Sonics strike quickly from 9 down to even it up to 31. 17,000 plus here at the key, making some noise. Bonzi wants to post up, gets in deep on Payton and scores.
They haven't been able to handle Bonzi down low and inside in the paint, so they got to make sure they continue to go with them, taking back-to-back buckets.
Payton averaging nearly 24 points per ball game. You knew that you weren't going to shut him out beyond the first quarter. Seattle on an 11-2 run after the Blazers went up 9.
Maxwell. Block as Bonzi Wells trying to cut across the middle. Maxwell steps in front, impedes his progress. But this little spurt that the Sonics have gone on has been a result of 2 things. A little bit better defensive energy, but they've put the ball on the floor and attacking Portland. That's got Portland's defense off balance, looking to Rasheed Wallace against Grant.
Dumping it to Bonzi, and Bonzi right down Main Street. Bonzi coming up big off the bench. Maxwell again from downtown. I beg your pardon, Payton.
Now that answers your question to whether Payton is going to be aggressive at the offensive end here in the second quarter. He's starting to look to score. Wallace, top angle. 2 tips.
This will be against Seattle.
Big effort by Wallace. This is a tough angle here against Grant. Takes it in. Didn't really quite have control. Came back very quickly and got pushed off the ball by Rashard Lewis. Second foul by Lewis. A three-point attempt coming here for Rasheed Wallace.
If there's one area that Rasheed wants to improve on, it's the free throw shooting, 68.2. Through the bottom.
I like it when Pippen makes a little dodge the ball and says you can't steal the ball from me.
And Gary Payton is electrifying the crowd here in Seattle.
When Payton gets that little crick in his neck, then, you know, he has a whole different attitude about what he's going to do at both ends of the floor as they let Portland move the ball. 9 on the clock, Bonzi Wells.
Bonzi Wells has come to play. Bonzi already with a dozen, averaging 9 a game. Right now, everything for Seattle's going to run through Payton. Maxwell.
Maxwell is a great streak scorer, and he's on one of those streaks now since coming into the ball game. 7 points, ball game even.
Greg, his three is in. Wild West shootout going on at the key. Blazers doing big-time damage from the bench. Payton's going to take it in again. Right now, the Blazers don't have an answer for Gary Payton as he's scored 8 all in this quarter.
11 in the quarter.
Or 11 with now take away by Maxwell. Beating Lewis. Pass Brett Berry. And the Sonics are rolling. Blazers 5 turnovers to 2 for Seattle. And it's allowed Seattle to grab the lead. Lewis with a double on Rasheed. Blocks at 8. Bonzi missing in deep. Maxwell bypasses the 3, challenging Pippen. And the tip fails to fall. One of the few things that hasn't gone down for Seattle in this quarter. Bonzi will launch a 3. Scrap the rebound as Grant stumbled. Shrimp putting it on the deck, drawing the contact. Foul on Horace Grant. 5:27 to go, second quarter. Sonics have rallied to the lead by 1. 2 results and prizes, including a trip for 4 to San Antonio.
Well, during the break, Gary Payton yelled out, you know, Scottie Pippen can't guard nobody, and he has been on a roll. We'll find out whether Pippen comes out with a little bit different attitude here and tries to shut him down. But the advantage always goes to an offensive player when he gets on a roll, and Payton's certainly on a roll right now. Didn't score in the first, 11 here in the second quarter, along with Maxwell. They have pushed the energy of the Sonics offensively, and they lead by 1.
Payton 5 of 6 in the quarter, and 1 of 1 from downtown. Detlef Schrempf at the line for the Blazers. We don't want to talk about his free throw streak, lest we jinx him.
You think you have that power?
I don't want to take any chances. Good with a pair.
Yeah, he's talking. And what you want to do, if you really want to make Peyton have a tough time and work really hard to get his shot, come down here and start attacking him before he can get down at that end of the floor. Once a player gets at an offensive end, gets a pretty good rhythm, he doesn't feel like he's going to be shut down. Looking for a three.
Trying to get Scotty in the air. Vin Baker against the shot clock. And Seattle really boiling right now. Just under 80%. Blazers not bad either. Rasheed against Rashard Lewis.
What Portland's been able to do well against the double teams that they've had down low is find the guy that's close to the bucket. Wallace with 9.
Ride the seesaw. Blazers back in front. Peyton for Seattle back in front. Greg Anthony looking to take it in deep.
Now, when a player like Peyton is hot like he is, you've just got to go back at him. Scottie Pippen has got to look to start scoring against Peyton, make him foul and do something. Wallace gets the foul. This one is going to be against Ben Baker on the push.
So Baker the foul. Rasheed will shoot a pair as Ruben Patterson returns for Rashard Lewis.
And see the hands. Baker always has his hands down low around the hip area, and that's where he always gets caught with the foul. The first thing he'll do is rest on the opponent, and if you make a quick move, he's going to be in trouble.
Aiton's whooping at us as we haven't read the scouting report.
He can score, and as I said before, the only way you get into a guy is to score back on him. Much is said about defense, and as good as Pippen is, right now he's at the mercy of Gary Payton. Wallace misses the first.
Rasheed splits the pair.
Now, a lot of Peyton talk. One is to do things. One to keep himself energized, but also to try to get into the head of Scottie Pippen. Pippen's been around. Let's see if he gets baited and goes for it.
Peyton with a quick release three, and that's a brick. Damon Stoudemire will check in at the next opportunity. Alley-oop Rasheed. Apparently he did not run Elysiak. Let's see, is this an inadvertent whistle? The ball was not out of bounds. But when Elysiak blows the whistle, the clock dies.
Steve Smith is saying, I had a hoop. You make the save, I have a hoop. You take it away, your mistake. And now when you say, Pete, my bad?
My bad. And this year, the NBA is using a system. If you see the little belt pack on the officials, that's a wireless system. When the whistle blows, the clock is stopped automatically. So it's not a timer flipping a switch. The whistle blows, the clock goes dead. Shrimp swinging the hook. Brent Barry moves. Vin Baker drawing the foul. And he'll shoot a couple of free throws.
In the preseason, that's where the Sonics really hurt the Trailblazers, getting up and down the floor with their starting unit. They push it very quickly. That was Trump coming across to force Baker to miss, and his reaction, one of pain.
David Stoudemire returns, so the team of the Blazers is Smith, Stoudemire, Pippen, Shrimp, and Rasheed Wallace. As Baker misfires, and Arvydas Sabonis will make his return as Detlef has picked up his second foul. Team fouls are even at 4 apiece with 3:34 to go in the second quarter. Baker with a make there, and the Sonics lead is 1. Checking Stoudemire.
Well, there's two places you can go now. They're going to double down on Sabonis whenever they get close to him. And now you've got to look back in the middle. Rasheed has Patterson on his back. Patterson.
Ruben Patterson, who started and scored 8 early, makes it a three-point game.
Pressure, and Portland playing against the clock tipping.
5 to go on the clock. Scotty to the rim, missing indeed. Barry. Arvidas cleans it out. Not many rebounds to be had in this quarter because both teams finding the bottom.
Steve Smith wants this one against Brett Barry.
Hayden came over to double. Steve the miss. Baker against Sabonis. Arvidas fouls Baker from behind. Timeout. 2:14 to go, second quarter. Sonics by 3. You and a friend like to visit 3 different cities in 3 days. The Blazers want to send you on a Rip City road trip adventure of a lifetime, sponsored by Miller Genuine Draft. Look for entry forms anywhere. MGD is sold. You must be 21 or older. This offer void where prohibited. Seattle, Steve, has already posted 32 points in this quarter. 2:14 to go.
That's been a different quarter. They shot 36% in the first quarter, and they tried to post up. They held the ball. They didn't do much running, and they've been driving the ball to the basket. Payton become very assertive at the offensive end, and they've been attacking Portland defensively, making them turn the ball over and getting into the open court. So they've had a sprint quarter, and they're back at the line with Ben Baker. Penalty situation. Baker has become a very poor and questionable free thrower coming off of last season where he really had a rough start. He misses the first.
Fans rebound located in the Rose Quarter Commons is the official orthopedist of the Blazers. Call 503-REBOUND for all your orthopedic needs. The foul by Sabonis was his first. And Baker 1 of 2. Four-point lead by Seattle, their largest. The Blazers have led by as many as 10. Rashid against Horace Grant. Rashid powering it down.
Well, Wallace continues to shoot at a high percentage, 5 of 7 tonight, and a quick move into the middle before the defense can react.
Check by Damon. Very wide open from 3. It's one of those nights, Steve, where if Seattle is shooting a poor percentage from outside, this is a blowout for Portland. But right now, at 57% from downtown, Seattle up 5.
Portland has to stay with their attack in the middle. Wallace catches this one and draws a foul against Barry.
Brent Barry with his first foul of the night.
Big men congratulating each other. Wallace had been begging, get the ball to the other side. Sabonis said, I understand how you feel. Let me drop it into you. And Wallace will go back to the free throw line. They cannot handle Wallace down in the post, nor Sabonis. And if Portland's going to get these guys under control, they're going to have to go through both of these big people. Not only the rest of this quarter, but much of the third. Wallace gets the first free throw.
Rashid, the former Tar Heel, 16 times he's been 20 points or better. And what is shaping up is a high-scoring affair. Blazers may need 20-plus from Rashid. And they get 2 free throws there. And a number of Blazer fans, as we mentioned earlier, have made the trip. And they're proudly wearing the scarlet and black. Blazers, much better percentage at the foul line as Payton is tripped by Sabonis.
You know, it's tough enough when you're a physical player and you're playing inside, but then to pick up the cheap ones out on the perimeter for a big guy like Sabonis will hurt you even more, but trying to reach in knocks Payton off balance.
Gary Payton trying to make his way into your living room, but Arvidas thwarting that attempt. Peyton a touch under 75% from the stripe. Horace Grant sits down. Greg Foster returns to the Seattle lineup. Peyton splits the pair as we play the final 65 seconds of the first half. Steve Smith. Rashid asking for it in the post. Scotty will send a three. Patterson the rebound. Peyton the push. Likes to set up on the left side. Baker doubled by Arvidas. Clock's at 7. Foster from the corner. That is not the shot that Seattle wants. The way Peyton is going, Greg Foster's the last guy that should be shooting it. Field goal percentage even at 54, but the difference is the fact that Seattle is cooking at 57% from downtown. 6 difference between the two clocks. Davis! Make it a 2-point ball game. Paul Westphal and the Sonics will call a 20-second timeout, coming with 13.1 to go here in the first half. The shot clock is off. They want to make sure that they get a good shot. This 20-second timeout brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Blazer fans making the trip up and making their presence felt.
Damon Stoudemire hasn't had much of a chance to get into this one, and certainly he's got to be more aggressive in looking for scoring chances because they're in a firefight right now with the backcourt of the Sonics. Barry, Peyton, Maxwell have had big second quarter efforts for Seattle to get them the lead. Peyton is talking the whole time.
Well, the Blazers, as soon as the Sonics hit the floor, wanted to make sure that they get a good defensive effort up here. So, once again, Jiffy Lube brings you this 20-second timeout as the Sonics lead at 56-54. Blazers at 49-16. They are an impressive 21-9 against teams with winning records, and as we mentioned, a 24-10, second-best road record in the NBA. And they have had the ability throughout the season to tune out the enemy crowd to withstand these runs and mount one of their own.
Well, you know what Peyton is going to do right here? He's going to try to draw a double team and hit somebody open. So what you got, he's either going to try to score quickly, or he's going to wait for the double team to come to him, and then he's going to hit Maxwell or Berry with Ruben Patterson and Rashard Lewis trying to crash the board.
Shrimp and Wells into the Blazers lineup. Peyton and Pippen. Shrimp jumps out on Peyton. Top shot, Gary Payton with 4.7.
There's a quick score.
See if the Blazers can respond. David quickly to front court. Offensive foul. Gary Payton took the charge. So 1 second to go. Seattle up 4. Chance for a quick shot. Greg Anthony going to come in for the Blazers. And Damon Stoudemire will sit out the final second. That play goes nowhere. Blazers led it by 7 after 1 quarter, but the Sonics with a big second quarter lead at 58-54. Halftime is next. By Toyota, making it happen every day. By Budweiser, the beer with a fresh, clean taste that's never filling. And by the Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. Sonics lead the Blazers 58-54 on the strength of a strong second quarter. Right now, let's check out the Mercata Power Buy. Log on to www.mercata.com for tonight's Mercata Power Buy of the game. Go to the Power Buy Center and you'll find the Makita 9.6-volt 3/8-inch cordless drill with a high-performance motor. The current price is $112.86 and dropping. That price is $135.14 below the retail price. Mercata has thousands of items in a variety of categories, all available at www.mercata.com, where the more Blazers fans buy, the lower the price. Halftime from Key Arena. It's time now for us to go behind the scenes. Brought to you by 800.com. And Shots takes you behind the scenes with Scottie Pippen and his dog, Odom.
This is Scottie Pippen on the job. Magnificent under the spotlight, intensely private behind the scenes. But even Pip couldn't turn down an offer to showcase his best buddy.
Where my dog's at? Be right here, dog. Where my dog's at?
This is Odom, Scotty's 3-year-old Rottweiler. Got him from a family in Germany while visiting the country on a Nike trip.
He was like a year and a half. Sit, Odom. He's like a year and a half when I got him. So stay. So he was pretty much. He was trained in the German language, so I had to.
Well, so Detlef helped you with that.
A little bit. All the plots.
You were saying you grew up with dogs. What made you go Rottweiler?
Actually, I had a teammate, Sadell Threet, that played with me in Chicago, and he had one. And I kind of got attached to his. He had a big one, pretty good size one, much bigger than mine. But I got attached to his, and I found the liking for him.
Pip's wife and brother help take care of Odom when the team is on the road. Otherwise, Scotty is the master most of the time.
Odom.
Do you let your dog sleep with you?
No.
Do you let your dog on the couch?
Yes and no. No, I don't let him on it, but yes, he jumps on it anyway.
So in other words, he gets up on the couch.
Yeah.
All right. Do you give Odom people food?
Yes. He knows every day when I got a game that he comes sit at the floor in the kitchen table and he's going to get some red meat.
Last but not least, do you ever kiss him on the nose or hug him?
Yes, all the time.
You see, Odom is just so darn lovable. Of course, Damon isn't buying it. Scotty has a good grip in case the teasing hits a nerve.
Come on now, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now, huh?
Hey, you want a piece of me?
Easy, Odom. Remember, Dad's got your back.
And Scotty plays with the intensity of a Rottweiler right now. He's going to need a little bit more of that. The Blazers trail the Sonics 58-54 at the break. Fans, the Spirit Mountain pick of the game did not come true tonight. At the end of the first half, the Blazers have 2 3-pointers compared to 4 by Seattle. Don't worry, though. W.L. Henry Elementary still has a chance to receive assistance with their smart reading program. Watch our next broadcast for the Spirit Mountain pick of the game. When we come back, first half highlights from Key Arena. Sonics lead the Blazers by 4.
The competition for food is violent and dangerous for young adults and cubs alike. The feast is a frenetic free-for-all, and the dominant male...
Chill out, tough guy. It's all me.
I don't think
it's all me.
Case closed.
Oh, no.
It's good to have you home, sweetie.
Fly coast to coast for $99 or less when you purchase tickets by March 22nd. On sale only at www.southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Sunday at a special time, 8:30, 7:30 Central.
There are over 40 dead.
NBC proudly presents Academy Award winner Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer.
Let us prepare for battle.
Brought together to unravel one of the great mysteries of the wild.
Oh, my God. These lions are not like lions.
The Oscar-winning network premiere.
Go back! Go back! Shoot him!
How can you control your fear?
The Ghost and the Darkness. NBC Sunday at a special early time, 8:30, 7:30 Central.
Why let beautiful memories lie forgotten in a drawer when it's so easy to drop your film off at Fred Meyer? And they use Kodak Premium Processing, so you know your photos will turn out every bit as vivid as your memories. You'll find it at Fred Meyer. It's here to clear the air.
I can see clearly now.
Toyota's Blue Sky Spring Event, where great cars, excellent values, and a gigantic selection come shining through. Get in and see everything that's new and different. The best time to get the Toyota you want has never been clearer. Your new beginning is here. The Blue Sky Spring Event at your Toyota dealer.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
At Key Arena, the Seattle SuperSonics lead the Portland Trail Blazers. It's 58-54. Our Aflac trivia question: name the Sonic who set an NBA record by playing 69 minutes in a single game. Think about that one. We'll get back to you a little bit later on in the halftime.
Was it A.C. Gilbert?
No, it wasn't A.C. Gilbert. This had nothing to do with pole vaulting, all right? First half highlights. Against Minnesota, the Blazers bench didn't perform as well as they would like to. In tonight's game, Bonzi Wells has taken it to heart, and he's been strong.
Well, Bonzi Wells has been very active and open down in the middle. He's a tough guy to handle when he's in close to the bucket anyway. Portland's been able to find him in there. He hasn't had to do this very often, pop from the outside, but against some good pressure, Bonzi Wells delivered. But he's been very, very aggressive. Whenever the double team has come about, he's been there to bail him out. He's been able to score. Big first half for Bonzi Wells. What they've got to do for Bonzi, keep him out of foul trouble.
Bonzi picked up a couple early. Arvydas Sabonis, scoring, passing, he's done it all.
Well, Arvydas Sabonis got a great start, and I think that whenever he thinks about doing this, which is scoring the basketball, that's going to make the passing and everything else much easier and better for him. But he's got size, and when he's looking to wheel and wheel quickly, there's nothing that Ben Baker or the rest of the Sonics can do against him. And if the Trailblazers continue to cut, move themselves, he's going to find them. They're going to be right at the basket.
As you see the shot chart for Arvydas, a lot of them in deep. For Gary Payton, he has been all over the floor. After a very quiet first quarter, he exploded in the second.
Well, something got Payton fired up, and when Payton gets fired up, then he usually tries to really attack his opponent, and he came back attacking Scottie Pippen and talking to Pippen the entire time about, you know, if you are a great defender, you can't guard me. And it was that kind of quarter for him as he led the charge as they came back, and it was Payton and Barry and Maxwell that led him in that quarter. A tough second quarter against the defense of Scottie Pippen. You see his shot chart, misses early, but he was really aggressive, and you got to hope that he doesn't look to score in the third like he did in the second.
A guy who's a little bit of an X factor for Seattle is Brent Barry. He had a good first half as well.
You know, Brent Barry has some very good offensive ability. It's a question of whether he's going to shoot the ball, and he came out tonight being aggressive. You know, he shoots kind of a set shot over his opponent because of his size, but he also runs the floor well. Used to be the slam dunk champion. Doesn't look to go to the rim with the same kind of authority, but against the double team, he's going to make you pay if you leave him wide open. He has yet to miss a three-point field goal tonight.
All right, 58-54, the Sonics lead the Blazers. Halftime will continue from Key Arena on the other side of this break.
The tires are here at Les Schwab Tire Centers everywhere, celebrating the West's largest tire sale, the Spring Tire Sale. In passenger and performance tires, the 800 Ultra, Spectrum, Grand Am, Proxys FC4, the all-new ZE326. For pickups and SUVs, Wild Country, Wildcat, Trailcat, the new SXT. All this and more on sale. Custom wheels, exciting new styles. Happening now at Les Schwab, the West's largest tire sale.
I can tell by looking whether a vehicle's been driven hard or not. This guy's one of my regular customers. Scorched brake rotors, beat up oil pan, probably never takes his foot off the gas. He trusts me to make sure it performs, and I trust CarQuest Auto Parts. I mean, you never know. Someday you might need to give me a ride.
CarQuest for AC Delco rapid fire spark plugs. Older cars' engines can run rougher. Bring back that new car feel with AC Delco rapid fire spark plugs. CarQuest, a professional choice.
Introducing the fastest way for business owners to turn checks into cash. The new Telecheck electronic check acceptance service converts paper checks into electronic funds that go straight to your account, improving cash flow. No return checks, deposit fees, warranty claims, or hassle. With electronic check acceptance, once the check has been approved, it's Telecheck's responsibility. It's the new digital process that gives retailers the quickest access to funds. Telecheck, straight to your bottom line.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Fred Meyer. What's on your list today? You'll find it at Fred Meyer. By Les Schwab Tire Centers. If we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it. By the AT&T Family Plan. Talk all you want. Your family, AT&T Wireless Services. And by 76. We're proud sponsors of the Portland Trail Blazers. Now this from your local stations.
When you need to know. When you need it right now. As it's happening. KGW.com. News, traffic, and weather live with a click of your mouse. KGW.com. Right now.
Oregon has always captivated people with its beauty and diversity. From the lush valleys to the highest mountains, Oregonians have a deep sense of pride in this place we call home. Over the next year, News Channel 8 will bring you Beautiful Oregon, a series of reports on issues that are important to Oregonians. Issues that will inspire you to make things as beautiful as they can be.
Beautiful Oregon from PGE and News Channel 8, where the news comes first. For the best Blazer highlights, insights, and interviews, watch Blazer Fast Break. Game nights at 11, only on Northwest News Channel 8, your Blazer station. Sponsored by GM.
With Steve Jones, I'm Pete Pranica. Blazers down 4 at the break. Let's take a look at the numbers.
Well, the numbers are very revealing. It's been a torchy first half as both teams are shooting the ball identical percentage. The Sonics went crazy in the second quarter, shot 71% to tie the Trailblazers. Both got 40 shots up, making 22. Offensive rebounds, almost even. Portland with the slight edge in that category. Normally, when we come to this category, Portland has an advantage, defensive rebound, but it's Ruben Patterson leading the way for the Sonics, and the Sonics have gotten a couple more than Portland. Free throws. Portland, led by Rasheed Wallace, 4 of 5, 80%. That's what he's shooting. And the Trailblazers have an advantage at the free throw line, but Portland has turned the ball over more times. That's turned the Sonics loose, so Portland's got to tighten up in that category. Portland with a few more assists.
Quick look at our top performers. Rasheed with 14 to lead the Blazers. Bonzi Wells with a dozen off the bench. Arvidas with 6 and 5 rebounds. Gary Payton with 16, all of those coming in the second quarter, and 7 assists. Brent Berry with a dozen, and Ruben Patterson with 10 and 8 rebounds. Let's check scores around the league, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Our NBA scoreboard looks like this. In overtime, New Jersey 2 better than the Bucks. Indiana pounding lumps on Charlotte 113-99. Washington over Chicago 101-88 at MCI Center. Miami 2 better than Cleveland at the gun 92-90. Boston over Dallas 104-99. San Antonio big winners over Denver. Second quarter, look at this. Clippers up 40-19 over the Kings. Let's check out the answer to tonight's Aflac trivia question. The Sonic who set an NBA record by playing 69 minutes in a single game, this guy could shoot threes as well. Dale Ellis. Second half on the way. Steve, what's the psychology of the Blazers having a team shoot 71% against you in a single quarter? I mean, what's running through your mind?
You forget about the quarter, and you know you've got to answer this team. Right now, they've got hot, they've got a glow on, and you've got to get one back yourself. I mean, you're shooting 55%, and you're down by 4. That means it's going to take some made baskets to get the job done, and then you're going to have to play if the game remains tight for that critical stop somewhere in the fourth quarter of play. But Portland needs to remember how they scored. And when they hurt the Sonics, they hurt them whenever they double team. They got the ball, either Wells, Wallace, or Sabonis right at the rim. They scored easily. Don't spend a lot of time throwing them up from the outside when you don't have to.
Want to suggest a name for the Blazers bench or give us some feedback on our telecast? Email us, TV@ripcity.com. SuperSonics.com. Peyton starts it off, feeding Vin Baker underneath, stymied by Sabonis, and it'll be a jump ball.
Well, Baker wasn't ready to handle it, and that's the reason that the Trailblazers were able to get the block. Peyton dancing his way in, squeezed it off, and if Baker had been ready to go, he had one side of the rim wide open, took it right to Sabonis for the jump ball.
Ron Elysiak will toss it. Brent Berry got the tip and deflected it over to Peyton. So a fresh shot clock for Seattle, but Ruben Patterson shuffles the feet. Turn it over and give it to the Blazers.
Well, Patterson is a guy that likes to get close to the rim. He was wide open, could have fired that one and didn't, and then trying to drive the ball, picked both feet up.
Sabonis guarded by Baker. Rashid's fadeaway too strong. Gary Payton picks up where he left off. On the move against Damon. Rashid with the double. Baker banging into Sabonis. No call. Seattle turns it over. Patterson had nowhere to go. Pippen dumping to Rashid. Lost it out of bounds.
Good idea, good read, some good patience. Wallace was right there. Would have thrown that one down. Couldn't control it. Series of miscues by both teams, and the score stays the same in the first 2 minutes of play.
Grant setting a screen for Payton. Scotty picks him up. Clock's at 6. Brent Berry shuffling it into the corner. Ruben Patterson with 3, knocked away, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
See, Peyton and the Sonics have come out and elected to try to be cute. When they were just aggressive and attacking, Portland was on their heels. Right now, Portland's able to control them. They're playing against the clock. Patterson had a deep 3. He doesn't like to shoot from outside.
3 turnovers in the first 90 seconds. 2 by Seattle. Steve Smith, his leaner. Arvidas tipping it to an open area. But Peyton is there to pick it up. Berry. Oh, and a hand check foul against Steve Smith. And that is his 3rd. And not a whole lot of contact on this one, but the call made. Be clear. Be clear. Scotty goes to the deck trying to check Peyton. She jumps over on defense. Vin Baker.
Pushing Steve Smith. Whenever he gets boxed, he puts his hands on, and he normally gets caught. He's not happy. Westfall reacts, and he's saying, what's this?
Baker's 3rd, first Seattle foul here in the quarter. More than 2 minutes gone by, still looking for a bucket.
Well, after that sentencing second quarter by both teams, they decided that maybe they don't want to shoot anymore. Steve Smith has that one knocked away.
4 on the shot clock. Steve wanted a foul call as Ruben Patterson yucks it up.
Patterson slapping that one out of Steve Smith's hands. Wow.
Quick release and nothing but the bottom. Rashid hit the deck. Baker. Baker running the floor. Peyton making the delivery.
Mike Dunleavy's telling Rasheed Wallace stay out with the officials. Wallace wanted the foul, didn't get it the last time. 8 on the clock.
Rasheed on the baseline. 3 on the clock. Scotty with a fake and a leaner. Got it. It beat the buzzer. 2-point game. 3 minutes gone by. 3rd quarter. Peyton jacks up a long one. Rasheed tears down the rebound. Blazers looking to tie. Or take the lead with a long one. Pippen. Against Berry. Baker on the double. Showtime. Ruben Patterson.
Patterson is the center fielder. Anytime they trap, he's going to be looking to step into the passing lane. They lob that one up. Sabonis didn't come to it. The crowd is alive here at the key.
Seattle pitching a shutout on the fast break. 10-0. Scouting down the boulevard. Brent Berry, of all people, blocks it. Peyton. 6-point lead for Seattle. Its largest. Timeout, Portland. 8:06 to go, third quarter. Seattle increases their halftime lead by 2 at 64-58.
Wanna find a number out of town, GTE has got it down. 411, 411. Whether Tampa Bay or East LA or all across the USA. 411, 411. Don't need no area codes to search from coast to coast. 411, 411, 411. GTE National Directory Assistance. Find anyone, anywhere. Show me the sign of love. Show me the sign of love. Show me the sign. Show me the sign of love. Show me the sign of
love. Sometimes finding the right person for the right job is a matter of destiny. Alaska Airlines. For the same price, you just get more.
When you put your name on the line, it means something. That's what Jiffy Lube Signature Service is all about. We put our name on the line every single day. It's our guarantee we did the job right. Jiffy Lube Signature Service. More than an oil change.
Visit one of the 41 Greater Portland area Jiffy Lubes today.
Fans, let's check that 800.com Oregon Sports Quiz question. What year did the Portland Winterhawks win their second Memorial Cup? Was it 98, 88, 97, or 1994? Well, Rhonda Gerber of Beaverton, Oregon knew that it was 1998, so she wins a Lyra Portable Personal digital player, the best music in real audio and MP3, thanks to our friends at 800.com.
Ruben Patterson has become a thorn in the side of the Trailblazers just by moving without the basketball. If he gets anywhere close to the rim, he's coming down over the top, and that's the way that he has played throughout this ball game. And whenever he's been able to step in the passing lane, the thief and the hammer.
Damon feeding Arvidas and Brent Berry on him. Damon against Berry now with 7 on the shot clock. Damon in deep. His high shot does not fall, but Berry picks up the foul.
In a scrambling defense, the best way to beat him is to attack, and that's what Damon Stoudemire does against Brent Berry, the little pop at the end, and Damon wisely throws it in the air. He'll have a pair of free throws.
Damon perfect in his only attempt for the line. In fact, Damon rates 17th in the NBA in free throw shooting. And a pair for Damon. Horace Grant setting the screen. Pippen fights through. And an offensive foul called by Rodney Mott against Gary Payton.
Now watch the off arm as Payton wheels right here, and then the push off. He thought he had that move, but they say no, Pippen gets a break.
Well, when there was that separation, there had to be a reason for it, and it was the Payton forearm. Arvidas looking to wheel and deal. Now go against Baker. Oh, and a jarring pick from Horace Grant, and Steve Smith is hurt. Brent Berry firing up a three. Arvidas tapping the rebound. Rasheed grabs it. Steve Smith still down on the ground as Horace Grant leveled him. And now Rasheed Wallace is drawn with the officials, and here's why.
Well, you know, the responsibility of that play goes to the big man that's guarding Horace Grant. He has to tell him that that screen is there. There wasn't a word said. Steve Smith is watching his man, runs right into that screen. Took a shot.
Jay Jensen, the Blazers trainer, out there looking to...
And see, nobody is talking to Steve Smith right there, and he runs right into the screen. It's a legal screen, and it's the responsibility of whoever is being the guy that's guarding Horace Grant to tell him, screen, 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 nothing said, and that's what happens to guards a lot of times. Rasheed Wallace picks up a technical out of that.
He went over to Bob Delaney and started arguing immediately once the Blazers called that timeout.
Well, this is a game in which Wallace has got to stay tight. They need him in this ball game. There's a lot of time left to play. It was a legal screen. I mean, coming out of it and they're saying, yeah, no, everything is okay, but you got to know that. You know, you can't let your emotions get away from you. You may need every one of these points to win the game. Barry at the line.
Barry, his third make from the stripe and as many tries. Jay Jensen checking the vision of Steve Smith, who got his bell rung big time. Horace Grant is a big fella at 245 at 6'10".
That's a play that guards hate because they're moving in that position and they don't really have a chance to get their arms out and protect themselves. And they get hit like that, and it's just a shock. You went down like a shot.
Both Horace Grant and Gary Payton went over to make sure that Steve wasn't hurt, and Arvydas Sabonis is going to get called for a moving screen. And a delay of game warning against the Blazers. Payton working the baseline. Horace Grant fumbles it away. It's out of bounds to Portland. Bonzi Wells into the ball game. Forces Steve sits down. Bonzi striking again.
Yeah, Ruben Patterson willing to give him some room, so Bonzi Wells steps up and knocks it down. But what the Sonics are doing right now is making Portland play on the perimeter. Sonics trying to get inside. Horace Grant over the top short.
Scottie Pippen the rebound. Bonzi running the floor. Barry's there. No foul called. Mike Dunleavy not happy. Patterson finding Barry. Barry thought about his three. Instead goes to Baker. Baker did not challenge Sabonis.
They got to get in there. 6 on the clock for Baker.
And that leaves Ruben Patterson to crank up a three. Ruben Patterson is not a bad shooter from downtown, 45.5. He's done it with dunks, and now he's done it from downtown. Arvydas. Damon. Patterson checked by Wells. Scottie gets screened, but then fights back. Barry too long with his three. Damon on a push. Bonzi scoring! And one. Brent Barry the foul.
That's the way to hurt an opponent after they shoot that quick deep three. Push it quickly the other way. The energy and the legs of Bonzi Wells carrying Portland on that play. Brent Barry not happy with the foul. 3-point chance for Bonzi Wells.
Barry picks up his third foul, and Bonzi completes the three-point play. Blazers within three. Blazers the better percentage, but all even with makes from the foul line. Patterson taking off from the baseline, blew the easy one. Here come the Blazers down three, and Scottie Pippen steps on the sideline.
Barry out, Rashard Lewis in. on the turnover.
Lewis giving up to Horace Grant. Patterson, Sky, looking for Rasheed, block it and take it down. Patterson wants a goaltend and does not get that call, nor should he have. Fonzie going glass, Arvidas, hack, whack, and a loose ball foul called on Ruben Patterson. Paul Westphal not quite believing what he's seeing.
This is a quick leap by Ruben Patterson. He thinks he's going to get this one down. Wallace came very quickly, slapped it as it came out of his hands and knocked it to the rim. A good goal, a good saving attempt by Rasheed Wallace. That one never got up.
Hey, let's play the game.
If there's any argument that Patterson would have for a goaltend, it's because Rasheed slapped the net, but the ball had no chance of going in.
One of the fans threatening to get ejected right here as the official goes over and tells him, you don't hear any more of that, and you're out of here.
Be quiet here, are we?
Blazers get a fresh 24, down 3. Rasheed exploding to the basket and fouled by Horace Grant.
Quick first step by Wallace, and I think he should do more of this. He puts the defense on their heels. He wanted, he thought that one was going to go in because he had a scowl on his face like, he can't believe I missed that one, but he'll go to the line. Having a good night from the line.
Blazers with an opportunity to make hay at the foul line. Portland with one team foul in the quarter. Sonics over the limit. Dunleavy and the Blazers have been in this position before, and you don't get the second-best road record in the league by wilting under pressure. Steve Smith ran into Horace Grant, full tilt, watches. Sheed, good with a pair. 1-point ball game, 4:14 to go in the third quarter.
Peyton has been out of this quarter after scoring and only had one hoop and looking to try to create something for the Sonics. Lewis deep.
His 3 ball is off. Arvidas kept it live for Davis. Blazers looking for the lead. Fonzie to the rim and in. Blazers lead. Paul Westphal calls timeout. Fonzie blowing up with 19. Blazer lead is 1. 3:51 to go in the third.
Every day. You'll find it at Fred Meyer.
Can Sprite make you a more extreme mountain biker? Not if you don't stay on your bike. All Sprite does is quench your thirst.
Maybe those sharp, pointy rocks will stop him.
Oh!
Nope.
The home team is committed. Committed to getting into the playoffs. Committed to getting families into homes. Along with neighborhood revitalization efforts, the home team is breaking down the barriers to home ownership, sponsoring home buying fairs, and providing free information. The Trailblazers and the Fannie Mae Foundation, Portland's home team.
Let's check out the Mercado Power Play of the game, brought to you by Mercado. Where the more Blazers fans buy, the lower the price. It's www.mercado.com. Fonzie to the rim. 19 on the night to lead the Blazers and give Portland a 1-point lead. Bonzi missed the first game between these two teams with a sprained knee and had 14 points in the second meeting. He's eclipsed that already. Portland has scored the last 7 to grab the lead, and an offensive foul, Seattle.
Gary Payton.
Payton, his second.
Well, the talk that Mr. Payton is quiet right now, but the Trailblazers have had the 7-0 run, and the strength of it has come on pushing the ball. Whenever the Sonics have shot the ball quickly from the outside, they've rebounded and they've attacked.
Sabas looking to wheel and deal. Bonzi fumbles it away. Rashard Lewis comes up with it. Turnovers now even in the third at 5 aside. Clock's at 8. Rashid pulls it out of there against Ruben Patterson. Blazers rebounding edge in the quarter. Clock's at 10. Scotty. Blazers there for the offensive rebound. Bonzi, good again. Oh, baby Bonzi. And whistle. Damon a hand check.
Bonzi Wells comes in the ball game, 9 quick points, and the Trailblazers go up by 3. That's that firepower I tell you about, Pete. You can't win if you can't score, and he's scoring big right now for the Trailblazers.
Got to play a little defense as well, in addition to the scoring. That won't count, but a Blazer foul. Damon.
Better come back.
I'm just saying it's not all about scoring and it's not all about defense, but a happy medium somewhere in between. Bonzi Wells was the first Blazers player to score 20 points. Chad Butler selected Rasheed Wallace as the first to 20. Chad, we thank you for playing. It's Bonzi, not Rasheed. It's the first to 20. Ruben Patterson sits down. Vernon Maxwell returns. And it was a horse race to make it to 20 as Rasheed has 18. Bonzi now with 21. Baker setting the screen for Payton. Shot clock's at 8. Maxwell. Missing from downtown. Arvidas the rebound. Blazers looking to push. Oh my goodness! Damon, the special delivery. And Bonzi with emphasis.
Quick recognition by Portland after the miss. The Sonics have decided to go back to their outside game, and it has hurt them. Maxwell looking for another 3.
You can't keep Mad Max down. He was shooting 17.6 over the last 3 games coming into this one, but he's got 10 with that triple. Arvidas. Foul by Rashard Lewis. Blazers on an 11-3 run. Arvidas Sabonis with a chance to add to it from the free throw line.
Coming across, and Rashard Lewis thought he was on top of the ball, but the call goes against him. All of the calls in the quarter have had the Sonics looking in the direction of the official disagreeing. And when that happens, you see what happens to a team. They get sideways, and suddenly they don't control the quarter. They had control of the quarter early, lost it, and since this Steve Smith collision, Bonzi Wells and the Trailblazers have been on a roll.
Seattle was up 4 at the break. Right now, the Blazers are up 4, so an 8-point turnaround. With a $1:32 to go in the third quarter. Payton breaking up a 3, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Seattle ball as Rasheed and Vin Baker jostled for it.
Sonics were 4 for 7 at the break, shooting the three-pointer. They have been fortunate to get the desperate 3 from Ruben Patterson against the clock, and the last one that Maxwell had taken earlier.
Garrett Payton, a quick release, and Bonzi gets up for a goaltend. a foul. And I'm not even sure that was a goaltender.
Bonzi Wells on the block. So it has been a Bonzi Wells show here in the third quarter of play at both ends of the floor. But they give Gary Payton a goaltend on it.
Rashard Lewis checking Scotty. Shot clock at 10. Arvidas wheeling and dealing to Pippen. Scotty leaning over Rashard. Lewis misses the shot. Baker comes up with a loose ball.
Pippen has not been able to buy a break from the officials. He got Lewis up, but couldn't get the call as Lewis came into him.
Payton eyeballing against Pippen. Horace Grant. All even at 75. Plus making a lot of noise inside the key. Damon on move against Payton in the middle. Scotty on the pitch out. It's a three. Rasheed there. Offensive rebound. Sticking it back up and in. Blazers to a 2-point lead. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. As Rasheed moves to 20 points on the night. Horace Grant with 3 on the clock. Sabonis and Rasheed both going for the rebound. Blazers have the basketball and a 2-point lead heading to the fourth quarter. Blazers 77, Sonics 75. Tonight's game is brought to you by GTE, proud sponsors of the Portland Trail Blazers. By your local Toyota dealer, we're leading the way to quality and value every day. And by Franz and Williams Bakeries, a family of good breads. Steve Smith was jostled earlier by the Horace Grant pick. Bonzi Wells has been so hot. Steve is available to play, but Bonzi will come out and start the fourth quarter along with Arvidas Sabonis, Damon Stoudemire, Detlef Schrempf, and Steve Smith is out there as well, I beg your pardon. And Seattle held to 17 in the quarter while the Blazers posted 23, and the shooting percentage is down for both teams, which is 32% from Seattle, 42 from the Blazers.
Two guys that are turned away. They come back to Bonzi. A quick shot that one and was looking for a call, but Wallace at 7 of 10 for the ball game. Bonzi Wells before that was 11 of 16. They both are plus 20.
Payton doubled Greg Foster into the ball game to start the fourth. Foster's fade away, well short. Damon on a run out. The stop, the pop, and no basket and a loose ball foul called by Bob Delaney. And it's going to be on Vernon Maxwell. Rashard Lewis returns to the Seattle lineup. Maxwell with his second. Greg Foster got the quick hook, Steve.
I'm not sure Westfall liked the lineup to begin with and wanted to make a quick adjustment, get Rashard Lewis back in there to deal with some of the things that Portland's throwing at him.
Damon looking for an opening. Lewis is on him, so trying to find a mismatch. Damon testing the middle. Bonzi on the move. Gary Payton, the rebound. Brett Berry back in the ball game. Rashard Lewis.
See, the Sonics have a smaller team out there. I think they want to try to put some more pressure on that. Leaves Greg Foster out of that situation as they look down to Sabonis.
Against Horace Grant. 9 on the clock. Arvidas swinging the hook.
Only the 5th shot that he's taken, 4 out of 5 for Sabonis.
He's been averaging 10 points against Seattle this season, and that's what he's got now, 10. Payton exploring the middle. Lewis to the baseline, loses it to Bonzi. David. Yes, sir. David Stoudemire puts the Blazers up 4. He's got 9. Greg Anthony went to the scorer's table, and as soon as Damon hit the shot, Mike Dunleavy hit the recall button.
Well, what Damon is doing is giving the Trailblazers that quick early scoring opportunity. And a quick push is making all the difference.
Horace Grant stays with it, scores it, draws the foul. He'll shoot one when we come back. Blazers by 4.
If you've wasted enough time waiting in line, choose instant travel so you can go when you want to. Alaska Airlines, for the same price, you just get more.
Hey, how'd it go at the bank? Jim, the car loan. Did we get it?
How about a home equity loan?
At Bank of America, we get to know you.
Jim, honey, what's this?
We ask questions.
Car?
Right. So why not a car loan? Well, are they all out of car loans?
Then we find financial solutions that fit you.
Actually, we have plenty of equity in the house, and we could get this thing called a tax break. I mean, where is the trust?
Bank of America. Let's talk.
Good evening, folks.
Hold the door, hold the door. Hey, hold that elevator. Hold one more, one more. Whoa. Hey, open the door. Somebody get that, please. People, somebody press the button. Frank, come on, I can see you in there. Please open the door. Hey. Now, come on, we're reasonable people here. Hey, look. Oh, that's my Bud Light.
Hit it, Frank.
Whoa.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
I can't shake them.
Is this going on?
Make it a Bud Light.
Time now for the Taco Bell Slam of the Game, brought to you by Taco Bell, the home of the chalupa, and it's Bonzi Wells doing the honors on the feed from Damon Stoudemire. The Ball State alum showing some hops. And you're seeing it from every angle. Thank you, producer Patricia Lowry, executive producer director George Wash, the dean of NBA directors, George Wash. Bonzi a dozen in the first half, no let up in the third quarter.
Sonics have had one of those real strange nights offensively. 36% in the first, 71 in the second, 26% in the third. Grant with the three-point play.
What had been a 4-point ball game, now a 1-point ball game with the 3-point play. Greg Anthony is in for the Blazers. He was big time from downtown the last time the Blazers were at the key. Sabonis wheeling, dealing, and come up short with a hook. Wanting a foul call, but not getting it. Sonics now looking for the lead. Arvidas pulls off the rebound.
That's the shot that gets them in more trouble than anything else, and they still won't back off of it, and that allows Portland to keep driving the ball. Detlef Schrempf misses Sabonis with the follow.
Sabonis hanging around the rim as Schrempf found an avenue. And Arvidas helping the Blazers to a 6-point edge in the paint and a 3-point edge overall. Maxwell gets by Fonzie, but Fonzie takes it away. And Maxwell wants it back. Greg Anthony relays the play call from Mike Dunleavy. 3-point Blazer lead. Shot clock's at 7. And a travel against Steve Smith.
Steve Smith not believing that he shuffled the feet, but it's a turnover.
Rasheed Wallace not ready to check in. Horace Grant. Steve Smith looking to work against Maxwell. Blazers clear that side for him. Steve, no call. Offensive rebound, stripped. And he's incredulous right now. Peyton feeding Rashard Lewis, bumps into Detlef Schrempf, and Detlef will pick up the foul. Steve Smith is hot with Rodney Mott right now. And take another look as he gets belted pretty good.
Smith on the drive, he lost control of his feet, and that's why he missed his shot, and he never really got control of this one. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Sabonis out of the ball game, Wallace in. And Baker back in the ball game.
Maxwell against Bonzi Wells. Wants Peyton in the post against Greg Anthony. Rasheed on the double. Clock's at 9. Peyton pulling through the middle. Top shot, Gary Payton.
They had him under control and they let him turn the corner. All they had to do was just step up and close off the middle. 1-point game. The matchup that they're having the most trouble with right now is Bonzi Wells. They don't have anyone that can deal with the physical attitude of Bonzi. Barry pokes that one away.
And Rashard Lewis gives Seattle the lead. Bonzi Wells ends up in the front row. Rashard Lewis.
That was a big effort by Bonzi to try to get back and block that shot. Lewis, pretty good control to make it. Proud.
Foul, Bob Delaney, and Rasheed is called for the foul. Bob Delaney makes the call. Seattle the lead by 1. 6:46 to go.
Okay, people, we got work to do. It's time to boogie.
5, 7, 6, 8.
We take our job as NBA dance consultants very seriously. I need more. Like this. You have to feel the music. River dance. I used to be able to do this. Nice. I like it. Woo! Get it up now, get it up!
Are you guys sure about this?
Absolutely.
With AT&T Digital One Rate, this is no ordinary phone. It's my you can reach me in Austin, then Denver, then Philly phone. My hey, let me pick up the kids today phone. My I'm working from home today phone. My hey honey, Michael made black belt phone.
The world of wireless has changed. AT&T Digital One Rate. No roaming or long distance charges across 50 states. And now you can have AT&T Digital One Rate starting at $59.99 a month.
And now for your Franz Blazers trading card lineup. Starting now, look for the official trading cards of all your favorite Blazers players.
Your Portland Trail Blazers!
Each week, find a different Blazer card inside specially marked packages of Franz & Williams Big White Bread, Franz & Williams Cracked Wheat Bread, and specially marked packages of Archway Cookies. Collect all 8 cards before they're gone. Cards available while supplies last.
Rasheed Wallace with a little defense and some scoring.
The Trailblazers are going to need Rasheed Wallace in the final 6:46. He has been virtually unstoppable tonight, and he's played very well at both ends of the floor. The game is amped up, and both benches are looking at the officials. Wallace is a guy that has to stay in check. As you see, the shot for Wallace. 9 of 10, 9 of 10, 7 of 10 tonight. Bonzi Wells picks up a technical, and he is talking with Mike Dunleavy right now. And, you know, what Portland's got to do is reel themselves in emotionally. They cannot let the officials or the lack of calls go in their direction, take them out of the ball game. Barry gets the technical.
So it'll be Seattle basketball. Anthony, Smith, Wallace, Schrempf, and Wells, the 5 for the Blazers. Peyton working against Anthony. Fouled, and it's Rasheed. His 4th. Blazers 3-team fouls, 1 for Seattle here in the quarter.
On the reach. He reached in, trying to help out Greg Anthony, and he gets nicked for that one.
Payton 1 for 2 from the stripe tonight, and that one well off the mark, and he knew it as soon as he let it go.
This is one area in which Payton has never been as good as he should be. For a guy that can play and make so many big field goals under pressure, when he goes to the line and struggles, he misses them both. A sign for the future. Payton struggling at the line. If you have to foul him, they come to Wallace, they're going to get a foul. Ben Baker. No, Brent Bear.
That's his 4th as Rasheed was rolling to the hoop.
Good, quick interior pass. Barry tried to slap it away. And Wallace would say, I would rather have the hoop.
And Vernon Maxwell now with a foul. And very quickly, it's 3-team fouls aside.
Okay.
Rasheed asking for it in the post. Clock's at 8. Baker's on him.
2 guys have been virtually unstoppable, Wells and Wallace. Wells, a deep 3.
And Baker pulls off the miss. Bonzi had a good look, couldn't knock it down inside of 6 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Seattle field goal number that was big in the 2nd quarter, down in the 3rd. Looks like it's back on the uptick. Rashard Lewis. Lewis with 8. Greg Anthony had a notion about the 3. Steve Smith gets Maxwell flying. Brent Berry the rebound. Shot's not falling for the Blazers. Berry looking to push it. Gets it back. Rashard Lewis 2 in a row.
That's the shot that Ruben Patterson won't consistently make. One of the reasons Rashard Lewis is in to try to finish the game. Rasheed Wallace quickly.
Off the glass, too hard. Steve Smith battling for the rebound. Hack. Brent Berry is 5th.
Well, Ron Oleziak is telling Rasheed Wallace, you're 2 seconds from being out of here. Wallace thought he got hit on that jump shot.
Scottie Pippen, Arvidas, Sabonis head to the scorers table. Ruben Patterson is going to come in. Brent Berry will sit down for Seattle. Steve Smith making his first trip to the line tonight. Bonzi sits down. Big game so far. Delta Shrimp will also take a seat.
The game for both teams has been when they have been able to push the ball and score quickly. When they've had to play against defenses and shoot over the top, they've struggled. Portland's had their best success when they passed the ball, gotten it down and deep on the post for a run on the break with Bonzi Wells. Steve Smith both of the free throws.
Blazers outstanding from the line tonight. Late game free throws were a problem Thursday night against Minnesota.
8 on the clock for Ruben Patterson.
Top fadeaway shot. Lewis. Rashard Lewis. A shot of adrenaline here in the 4th for Seattle.
They got Sabonis, a mismatch against Rashard Lewis. Wallace.
Scottie Pippen offensive rebound, has to bail out because he was falling out of bounds. Smith against Patterson to the rim and in.
Now, there's plenty of time for Portland, and they don't want to panic and quick shoot the ball. You got just under 4 minutes to play. You're only down 4, so play within yourself. Don't get caught up in the emotion if the Sonics score that you have to come back and score on the next possession.
Peyton testing the waters. Offensive foul, Seattle. Vin Baker.
Stoudemire back in the ball game. Anthony down.
Sonics, their 4th team foul. None to give with 3:38. Blazers will be shooting the penalty. Arvidas against Patterson. Now they get it to Arvidas.
Good patience that time. They had to switch the mismatch, and that's going to call Paul Westphal to call a timeout.
Timeout, Seattle Blazers within 2, 3:15 to go.
If you appreciate the little things that make life easier, you'll love the Instant Travel Machine, a great new gadget that gets you to your gate.
Come on, Sparky.
Without the wait, only from Alaska Airlines.
It's here to clear the air.
I can see clearly now.
Toyota's Blue Sky Spring Event, where great cars, excellent values, and a gigantic selection come shining through. Hurry in now and get financing as low as 4.9 APR on the tough-as-nails, hard-working Tacoma, the ultimate compact truck. Your new beginning is here.
It's gonna be a bright,
The Blue Sky Spring Event at your Toyota dealer.
A garden lets you see the changing seasons. Lets you enjoy their seamless, timeless rhythm. The joy of gardening. You'll find it at Fred Meyer.
It's time for tonight's Alaska Airlines nonstop score of the night, brought to you by Alaska Airlines, the only airline offering nonstops from Portland to all 3 Bay Area airports and 6 in Southern California. Tonight's nonstop score is Bonzi Wells, 23 big points tonight. Call Michael Thompson when you hear the prompt during the 5th quarter show. Following tonight's game with the name of our nonstop score for your chance to win tickets to an upcoming Blazers game or Alaska Airlines tickets as well. Bonzi Wells, the name you need to know. Tonight's Alaska Airlines nonstop score.
Well, both teams have gotten huge sparks from the bench. Bonzi Wells got Portland back on top. Then it was Rashard Lewis making 3 consecutive field goals to give Sonics a little bit of breathing room and a 2-point lead.
3 minutes to go. Baker against Wallace. Looking for Horace Grant on a step through. Knocked down Pippen. No call. Brent Berry 3. Ripped out. Baker knocks it out of bounds. Portland basketball.
Vin Barry was sure that one was in. He had headed the other way. Sonics have a small team in. You've got to try to stay with the big guys inside. Try to find Sabonis or Rasheed Wallace. 13 on the clock. Peyton knocks that one out of bounds.
Again, the Blazers 3 team fouls. The Sonics with 4, so you shoot. Arvidas, nice inbound from Scotty to Savas for the deuce. We're even at 91. Baker spinning by Wallace. Offensive foul. That call by Rodney Mott, not a popular one here at Key Arena. You get another look.
It's the right call as he spins, and he always brings that arm out, that left arm. So Wallace gets a break. His eyes went wide open as he thought, no, not another call. Back to Sabonis.
Against Baker, feeding Damon. Fake the 3. Berry's all over him. Clock's at 5. instead doesn't have numbers, but he'll step back and gun. Arvidas pulls it off. Inside of 2 minutes to go, all even at 91. Blazers looking for the lead.
Now they got Lewis against Wallace, and Wallace gets a big dog.
Rashid from Chavez. Blazers back in front, 93-91. Blazers the edge of the paint. 90 seconds to go. Payton. .24 for Payton. Pippen wants it against Rashard Lewis, but Rasheed has it instead. Damon with 9 on the clock gets a Wallace screen. Barry deflects the pitch out. 3 to shoot. Rasheed. Yeah! Oh, baby Rasheed. Inside of a minute to go. Payton quickly to the rim and over the top.
Timeout.
Timeout, Seattle. 51.3 to go. Rasheed strikes from deep. Blazers by 2.
Phil Wick started changing tires for Les Schwab over 30 years ago. Today, he's president.
I always remember what Les taught me. Treat our customers like you treat your mom and dad.
We did it then, we do it now. You come in, we come running. Everything we do backed in writing with the Les Schwab warranty.
It all adds up to providing value for the money our customers spend.
Les Schwab, over 300 stores built on a one-store promise.
And like Les says, if we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it.
Wanna find a number out of town? GTE has got it down. 411, 411. Whether Tampa Bay or East LA or all across the USA. 411, 411. Don't need no area codes to search from coast to coast. 411, 411, 411. GTE National Directory Assistance. Find anyone, anywhere.
Can Sprite make you a more extreme mountain biker? Not if you don't stay on your bike. All Sprite does is quench your thirst.
Maybe those sharp, pointy rocks will stop them.
Oh!
Nope.
Tonight's game has been brought to you in part by Sprite. Obey your thirst. Sprite. By Alaska Airlines. For the same price, you just get more. And by the Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. Rasheed Wallace trying to show the Blazers home to a win.
Well, the thing that Portland's been able to do is take advantage of the switches inside, and when they rotate the ball back to the top, Wallace has Lewis on his back, throws it down with some thunder. I mean, he's a little upset about the lack of calls anyway, and that one was a little emphatic just to let the officials know, and then came back with a bigger hoop against the clock to put Portland up by 1.
Seattle gets it with 14 to shoot. Payton against Pippen. Double. Vin Baker from outside. Rasheed was flying at Vin Baker, and he drilled it anyway. They are on their feet at the key. Arvidas. Clock's at 7. Vin Baker takes it away. Blocked by Pippen. Lewis gets it back. Fouled by Rasheed with 17 seconds to go.
This is a huge save by Pippen, but unfortunately it comes right back to Rashard Lewis.
And Gary Payton and Vernon Maxwell talking with Steve Smith.
Well, Payton is trying to cool off Steve Smith. Maxwell, you know, is the kind of guy that can get under your skin, and certainly has gotten under Steve Smith.
No shortage of emotion.
And Paul Westphal comes out and gets Maxwell and said, look, get yourself together, get him out of the floor. They're trying to win the ball game. And Rashard Lewis will go to the line with a chance to put him ahead, but Rasheed Wallace made a terrific effort to try to make the save that Nick Lewis to go to the line. See how the second-year player handles the pressure.
It's Lewis's first trip to the line, and he gives Seattle the lead, 96-95. Rasheed is fifth. Damon is out. Bonzi Wells back in. Lewis misses the second, and the Blazers call timeout with 16.6 to go. Blazers have a chance to win it. It's 96-95. It's Seattle. Portland Parks and Recreation three-point field goal made by the Blazers tonight. The Blazers 2 triples for $100. The total donation from 76 to Portland Parks and Recreation, $5,700 for the season. That's how much time is left. It's a one-point game, so the Blazers have a chance to grab the lead as they are on their feet at the key.
Well, there's plenty of time, and what you want to do is give yourself 2 chances to tie or go ahead. The best thing to do is to drive the ball to the bucket or come inside to Sabonis or Wallace.
Wallace wants it. Horace Grant is all over him. Pippen holding with 10. Pippen to the baseline. Gary Payton fouled Scottie Pippen with 7.7 to go.
Watch the arm of Payton hook and hold as he tries to reach across to make the steal, and it gets called as Ruben Patterson goes up and says something to Scottie Pippen.
Payton is third. Scottie at the line tonight is 1 of 2.
Like Lewis, the first one was clean.
Even at 96. Pippen for the lead. Got it. Seattle will call timeout. 7.7 to go. Blazers by 1. You don't want to miss this. Come on back.
Solutions that fit you.
Actually, we have plenty of equity in the house, and we could get this thing called a tax break. I mean, where is the trust?
Bank of America. Let's talk.
7.7 to go as you see the Blazers a big edge at the foul line, 91%. Seattle under their already low seasonal average, 7.7. Steve, where does Seattle go?
Payton will have the ball in his hands. He is a guy that they will live and die with, and going to try to make a driving play, put the pressure on the officials, and react out of it. They have three-point shooters, Barry and Maxwell back in the ball game with Rashard Lewis and Baker crashing the boards, but they are in the same position Portland was. They've got to get the ball in quickly and then attack.
Then Baker gives it back to Payton on the move. Barry, 3 ball for the win. It's off the mark. Rebounded by the Blazers, and Portland has hung on for the win. It is all over in Seattle, and the Blazers pull out an exciting, pulsating, tremendous 97-96 win. For Steve Jones, our executive producer, director, George Wash, this is Pete Pranica. Good night from Seattle.